Gareth Finsell here with Golf Business. And if I could just ask you just to introduce yourself to our audience, because you're one of the key players here in terms of making Leap 2025 happening.
Yes, I'm Richard McKeon. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at Tahaluf. And I've been with the business now for close to 4 years.
4 years, so yeah. You were here from the beginning?
Yeah, I've been here since the beginning. I came on board in mid-2021. I came on board for 6 months just to get a tech event off the ground. And 4 years later, I'm still here. Here we are at Leap 25. So I've been with the business, as I said, close to 4 years now. I was one of the first individuals to work on Leap 22. And it was myself and my team, my marketing team, that built the brand and the business, along with our partners at MCIT and SAF CSP, that built Leap into what it is today.
And just looking back at when you started, how has it grown since then? Because it feels to me as if it's maturing very, very quickly now.
Yeah, it's the event has grown obviously very significantly, not only by square footage, but by visitor number also. You know, Leap in 2022, when we launched our first edition, we launched to a visitor number of 102,000, if I recall correctly, which was a very significant size in itself. And from there, I suppose, on the back of the momentum and the awareness that we created, it scaled to last year we were at 215,000 in attendance over the course of 4 days. We've obviously made changes along the way to support that growth. When we started originally, we were in a location in Roshan Front, in Riyadh Front. And we outgrew that venue very, very quickly within the space of a couple of years, and we moved here to Malham. And that's allowed us to scale, obviously, in terms of floor space and exhibitors, our stages, but also in terms of the capacity, in terms of visitor numbers that we can bring here to Leap.
And considering that this has become such a big event, how does your planning cycle work? Do you plan in years?
Yeah, that's a great great question. Our planning cycle starts almost immediately after an event finishes. You know, there's a lot of work to do on the visitor acquisition side of things, but from a visitor acquisition, that planning starts almost immediately after we finish our event, and then we go into our marketing strategy is mostly underpinned by content, so we focus very heavily on year-round comms communication, and we rely heavily on sort of first-party information through information we gather at our events and through speakers, and that helps us create content on a year-round basis, on a weekly, monthly, whatever the case it is. But from a campaign standpoint, usually that starts a few months out when we start the active acquisition of our visitors. And we've changed this year. We changed the value proposition. Up to this year, we were a free to attend event. This year now we're a pay to attend. And that's all been around controlling the quality of the people that are attending, creating better experience for the people that are here. And yeah, just trying to deliver better value for the audience that come to Leap.
And that transition going from a free to attend event to a paid for event, what has the reception been like in the market?
Yeah, the reception's been very positive. You know, there haven't been any particular issues for us, because we've been very clear that the whole reason for going to a ticketed event was to create a better on-site experience for our visitors. And you know, we have various different ticket types and passes that have different access levels and different benefits, and we feel that we're priced very competitively within the market. So our goal is really to deliver value for those audiences in the best way we feel is applicable to those ticket types. But overall, it has created a better experience. We've made a lot of work, or we put in a lot of work in terms of the infrastructure as well, the road networks, getting to and from the venue, and the support system we have around that. It's not been, financially, of course, there is there are financial objectives around it, but at the same time, it's not our primary focus. Our primary focus has always been delivering value and creating the best experience we can for our visitors.
And marketing an event like this, what does it take?
It takes a lot of patience. I've been very, very fortunate to work on this event since the beginning, and I reflect back on those first couple of months when I came into the business, and I was essentially given, to some degree, a blank canvas to work with. Not everyone's fortunate, obviously we've all joined businesses where there's been established infrastructure, established brand guidelines, ways of working and doing things. For us, this was a new business in a new country and a new event that hadn't been launched before. So there was some, maybe I would say, collateral in place, but ultimately I had a blank canvas to build what we have here today. And I was very fortunate that I had an amazing team that I've worked with, and we've all worked together on this project over the last few years in order to get it where it is today. Somebody asked me actually recently, they asked what, it was only over the last couple of days, what has it taken, what made this year's campaign so good, for 2025, that we had such high registration numbers and we had such high exhibitor numbers. And the truth is that the work for this campaign, for this event, started 4 years ago, and that's what marketing is. That's what marketing is to me. It's that compounding effect of all the efforts we've put in over the last few years. I'm really fortunate myself to have, I would consider, some of the best event marketers on my team in the industry, and we've grown together as a team. Obviously, I lead them as the VP of marketing, but ultimately, they're the ones that are making the decisions. They're the ones that are making the investments, placing the bets on the right type of media, the paid campaigns we're running, or whatever the case it is, the partnerships we're investing in. And that's contributed. That is really, actually, the team is the center of success for the marketing campaigns that we run here at Leap and how we've built this brand.
And where does Leap go to from here? It's been 4 years that you guys have been running it. It's grown into this big success.
Yes.
What is the big vision now moving forward into towards 2030?
2030. Well, our event obviously aligns with Vision 2030. All the objectives of the event are very much aligned with that. In terms of where we go next, I'm going to leave that one to Michael Champion on main stage on day 4. In terms of what is absolutely, what is next in terms of building Leap as a global brand. But what I would say is, for us, this year we turn ticketed. Next year we're going to continue that value proposition. What we're going to focus on now is creating the best experience we can for our on-site visitors. This year we introduced Leap Nights. So that's something that we want to layer now on top of the Leap experience, so that when people come to Leap, they get to experience the event, they get to meet, their colleagues within the industry, their peers, meet whatever objectives they have from a professional point of view. But we want to create that atmosphere that they get to experience Riyadh, Saudi hospitality, the Saudi culture, and get to see the city and everything it has to offer, because Riyadh's honestly one of the most exceptional places I've ever been. We've been all around the world, from Ireland to San Francisco, Australia, and I can say Riyadh is going to be, without question, up there as one of the top places I've ever had the opportunity to spend in time.
Richard, thank you so much for chatting with us today. It's been fascinating learning more about the behind the scenes of Leap.
Brilliant, thank you.